So in this video we're going to be talking about vintage lenses, and we're going to compare them to some modern option lenses that you have in the market, like the one we are using right now. This is the Tamron 28-75 2.8, and the vintage lens we're going to be looking at is going to be the SMC Tacoma 50 1.4, which is quite old but still performs really well if you ask me. Okay, so the initial plans for this video was to sit inside the studio and film it like I usually do, but right at the last minute I was thinking to myself, maybe I should step outside and try to make things look and feel a little bit different, and that is exactly what I did, as you can see. But 5 minutes into filming, I am totally regretting this decision. It is pretty cold outside and I wish I had stayed inside to film this thing. Okay, so when it comes to lenses, one of the things that always scares me off is the price point at which some of these lenses come in at. You can get some really crazy prices for lenses, and when you start off as a filmmaker or a photographer, it's never easy to get your hands on one of these, especially when you are on a budget. I'm going to be using the SMC Tacoma 50 1.4 lens, and I'm going to stack it up against this Tamron 28-75, which is 2.8. It's more modern and has autofocus and all the features that you might like. Meanwhile, the vintage lens which I'm going to be using for this video is more of a manual focus lens, and it was used for some old Pentax cameras and stuff like that. So let's see how they both stand up to each other in terms of sharpness, in terms of the overall image quality. I'm gonna head over to a friend's place and hit him up so he can join me and we can film some sweet B-roll for you guys, and hopefully it turns out good. Okay, so we just got here and right now we are gonna go pick up our friend. Hey buddy.
What's up? You
ready?
Yeah, almost.
Okay. Alright, let's go. Look at that view. Are you going for skiing anytime soon?
Yeah. Got a plan in February after we get back from Australia to go for a snowboard trip, ski trip up in Rauland. This guy's gonna crash a lot.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up on my ass quite a few times.
But he's gonna learn how to snowboard and he's gonna shred.
Yeah, that's the fun part of it. Oof. Okay, that was a really bad idea. I definitely shouldn't have gone out to make that video, but guess it is what it is, right? So now we are back in. It was pretty cold outside and I just couldn't keep up with it, so here I am back again in the studio. And we're gonna pick it up from here, so let's go. Okay, so now I fully understand why people always say you need to stick with your original ideas. Initially, I was planning on shooting this video right here in the studio, and then later on I changed my mind. I decided to go outside and film the video, and here we are back again in the studio because I couldn't keep up with the weather outside. So yep, just bouncing back and forth. So stick with your original ideas. They're always gonna help you, they're always gonna work, and it's always the best way to go. Anyways, let's carry on with the video. So this is the lens we shot with, and I'm just gonna go ahead and screw this off of this camera, and this is exactly what it looks like. Right here is a 50mm 1.4, pretty small, build out of metal, and it just looks old and vintage, and that is what I like about it. This film camera right here, I'm highly considering getting some film and start shooting film and just see how fun it is to play with and all that. So expect some film photos to come from me in the upcoming weeks or something like that. So yeah, while we're outside, we went ahead and shot some footages with vintage lenses, or at least a vintage lens, which was this Tacoma 50mm 1.4, and we also shot with the Tamron 28-75, and we just want to compare both of these images or these lenses, the way they look and the feel and the overall quality. So I'm going to play you guys two sequences, sequence A and sequence B, and I'm going to let you guys judge or tell or make a guess for yourselves which one was shot with which lens. Was it shot with Tacoma or was it shot with the Tamron? So go down in the comment sections below after watching the sequences and then let me know which one was shot with which. Okay, so just to fill you in, the A sequence was shot with the Tamron 28-75 and the B sequence was shot with the Tacoma 50mm 1.4. And to be honest with you guys, if I wasn't shooting this footage myself, it would really be hard for me to be able to distinguish between these two, which one was which, because they were pretty close to each other, at least when it comes to the quality. Now, the prices that you get for these two are just like day and night. These, you can get it for, like I said, like I mentioned, you can get it for about maybe 20 bucks to about 75 bucks or something like that. And for the Tamron, you're gonna get it for maybe 500, between 500 and 700 bucks, depending on if you get it used or brand new and where you're getting it from. So that's day and night, but the quality that they put out is just, it's just really nice. And you need to keep in mind as well that this is 1.4 and the Tamron is 2.8, so also it helps you perform better in low light conditions. When it comes to these lenses, you can get them for some ridiculously cheap prices. You can find them on Amazon, you can find them on eBay, and they're mostly used, if not all, and some of them come in really cheap. For example, I bought this lens and the camera for 10 bucks. That was a steal. I'm not sure you're gonna find these for that price, but I was just so lucky to get it at 10 bucks. And I haven't tested the camera out yet to see that it works, but that's something I'm definitely gonna do. One more thing that you need to keep in mind is the fact that these lenses are not gonna work without adapter like this one. These adapters permit you to be able to mount the lens onto your modern day cameras and to use them properly. So you're not gonna get any autofocus functions, but you're gonna be able to manually pull your focus, which is, I think, is a good thing, because that's just gonna train you and make you better as a filmmaker in a nutshell. The adapters are usually very cheap. You can get them for like what, 10 bucks as well, 15 bucks, or maybe 20, depending on what mount you're going for. This one is an M42 to NEX mount, as you can see right here, meant for Sony cameras, and you can find them for a wide range of other cameras. Okay, so go ahead, drop your comments down in the comment sections below. Tell me what you think about vintage lenses, if it's something you're planning to get into, and even if you're not planning to get into vintage lenses, I still want to know your thoughts as to what you think about it, and yeah, things like that. So that's it from me. I think I'm gonna go now and drink some hot stuff. I don't know. I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, but maybe some warm chocolate or just some warm water. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the time that you spend watching these videos. If you really like this video, make sure you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If your face is a new one here, I would greatly appreciate it if you go ahead and give that subscribe button let hook. And until next time, I'll see you guys when I see you.